Liverpool's pursuit of Minte has taken a dramatic turn, with the Reds now seemingly walking away from a deal that had looked increasingly likely just days ago. Let's break this down. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Liverpool had already seen 2 bids rejected by Brighton, with offers of £50 million and £60 million reportedly turned down last week. Despite that, there was still a strong expectation that Liverpool would return with a third offer, potentially worth around £70 million, in an attempt to finally get the deal over the line. But that plan has now been thrown into serious doubt. Reports late on Tuesday night revealed that Brighton have informed Liverpool they want a staggering £80 million for Minte. And crucially, that is a figure Liverpool are currently unwilling to meet. Ben Jacobs has reported that Liverpool are not expected to return with another bid unless Brighton lower their valuation, with the previous £60 million offer already considered competitive by the Reds. That means a transfer which appeared to be gathering momentum could now be completely off. And this is a particularly significant blow for Liverpool because Minte had emerged as one of the club's leading solutions to their long-running search for a new right winger following Mohamed Salah's departure. The Gambian international has made 73 appearances for Brighton, contributing 10 goals and 9 assists, and Liverpool had clearly identified him as a player capable of filling a major attacking role. However, with Minte currently sidelined through injury until at least October, Liverpool were already facing a complicated situation. Brighton's £80 million demand may now have been the final factor that convinces the Reds to walk away. Fabrizio Romano has indicated that Liverpool are now exploring different options. The problem for Liverpool is that those options appear to be disappearing at an alarming rate. Minte is now another winger who has slipped away from their grasp this summer, following failed or stalled pursuits of players including Yan Diomande and Ibrahima Mbaye. And the list doesn't exactly get any easier from here. Said El Mala has signed a new contract with Köln. Liverpool made an enquiry for Real Madrid youngster Endrick, but that option has now been ruled out. Matias Fernandez Pardo is attracting interest from Newcastle, while Mbaye is reportedly moving towards another unnamed club. Then there is Bradley Barcola. The PSG winger remains Liverpool's priority target on the left side, but that situation has also become increasingly frustrating. There had been claims that Liverpool and PSG were due to hold further talks, with Sky Sports even reporting that there was optimism a deal could potentially be reached. But PSG's reported asking price of around £145 million for the 23-year-old is obviously another huge stumbling block. Liverpool have been unwilling to entertain that kind of figure, and with the transfer deadline getting closer, time is rapidly running out. Interestingly, Barcola was left out of PSG's opening league match of the season at the weekend, which naturally fueled further speculation that something could be developing behind the scenes. But right now, Liverpool appear to be facing a serious problem. They need attacking reinforcements, yet one target after another is becoming unavailable, while the remaining options are either extremely expensive, unavailable, or increasingly difficult to secure. And that is why the collapse of the Minte deal could prove to be far more significant than simply missing out on one winger. In other news, there has been growing pressure on Alexander Isak since his move to Liverpool, but Michael Owen has now taken things up another level with a brutal assessment of the Swedish striker. Owen has made it clear that, in his view, Isak has reached the point where the excuses have to stop. After injuries disrupted his first season at Anfield, there was always an understanding that the striker needed time to recover, regain his sharpness, and settle into a completely different environment. But according to Owen, that patience is now running out. Isak has had his rehabilitation, he has returned to international duty, he has completed pre-season, and most importantly, he has now returned to full fitness. That means Liverpool can no longer simply wait for the player they thought they were signing to eventually appear. And Sunday's performance against Newcastle has only intensified those questions. Facing his former club at St James's Park, Isak was under the microscope from the very first whistle. The home supporters made their feelings known, and rather than responding with the kind of performance that would silence the criticism, the Liverpool striker struggled to make an impact. He played the full 90 minutes but managed just 28 touches and failed to find the net despite registering 1.09 expected goals. Even more concerning, he missed 2 big chances in a game Liverpool desperately needed more from their attacking players. For Owen, that is where the frustration comes in. Speaking on TalkSport, the former Liverpool striker acknowledged that he understands exactly how difficult it can be to return from serious injuries. But after giving Isak time and understanding his circumstances, Owen believes Liverpool supporters are now entitled to expect much more. And his comments were particularly revealing because Owen knows just how good Isak can be. The striker produced outstanding performances for Newcastle. He showed the movement, finishing, intelligence and explosiveness that made Liverpool willing to spend so heavily to bring him to Anfield. That is precisely why Owen's criticism carries so much weight. He isn't suggesting Isak suddenly lacks ability. Quite the opposite. He knows the quality is there. The problem is that Liverpool simply haven't seen enough of it. Last season, Isak scored just 4 goals in 22 appearances, while averaging only 23 touches per 90 minutes in the Premier League. He also missed 5 big chances. And now, after finally reaching full fitness, Owen believes the spotlight has to become even brighter. Liverpool need Isak. Mohamed Salah is no longer there, Hugo Ekitike is unavailable, and the attacking options are already being stretched. This isn't a situation where Liverpool can afford to wait indefinitely for their record signing to find his form. Owen even admitted that Liverpool's overall performance against Newcastle wasn't particularly impressive, pointing out that Florian Wirtz was also unusually quiet. In the end, Liverpool did well to come away with a point. But Isak is different. He is the headline signing. He is the player who was brought in to make the difference in moments exactly like this. And when that isn't happening, the criticism is inevitably going to become louder. That is why Owen's warning is so significant.